Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode on John 17:3. The question is, if Jesus is God, then why does he say that the Father is the only true God at John 17:3? Now, I have made another video on this in the Jehovah's Witness playlist. However, it may be a little confusing, so I've decided to make another short video with a different illustration. But first, a quick explanation from the Trinitarians. At John 17:3, the Father is identified as the only true God. Yet at Titus 2:13, the Son is identified as the only true God. And at Acts 5:4, the Holy Spirit is identified as the only true God. And there is only one true God, Isaiah 45:21. The Father is the only true God, the Son is the only true God, and the Holy Spirit is the only true God. How is this not a paradox or a contradiction? Well, one possible answer is that God is one being and three persons. One what and three whos. So each person can identify the other person as the only true God. The Holy Spirit can say that the Son is the only true God, and the Son can say that the Holy Spirit is the only true God. The Son can say that the Father is the only true God, and vice versa. Now here is the illustration. Now, imagine, if you will, that if it were possible for a man to have two personalities, and it just so happens that this man was born on the planet Mars as a NASA experiment. Now it's 30 years later, and this man is a traveling salesman on Earth. One day the man has a personality known as Jack, and the next day the man has a different personality named Bob. The salesman travels to a new city every day to sell his gadgets. The salesman routine includes sending an email the day before to the people he will be talking to the next day to remind them of the appointment, and to create some excitement, he likes to remind them that they will be meeting the only true Martian. So on Tuesday, Jack writes an email to his clients in Phoenix, Arizona, and says, "Prepare to meet Bob, and he is the only true Martian." On Wednesday, the salesman, who is now Bob, writes to Las Vegas, Nevada, and says, "Prepare to meet Jack, and he is the only true Martian." On Thursday, the salesman, who is now Jack, writes to L.A. and says, "Prepare to meet Bob, the only true Martian." Okay, thank you for listening to the illustration, and I think you get the point. And that is, if you do not assume that the salesman is one person, then you will know that it is not impossible for the only true Martian to be both Jack and Bob. But if you do assume that the salesman is only one person, then you will think that it is impossible for the only true Martian to be both Jack and Bob. Likewise, if you assume God is only one person, then you will think it is impossible for the only true God to be both the Father and the Son. Thank you so much for watching. Please post your questions and comments below. Have a great day, because that's all.